my company was building a new computer centre in Milton Keynes, and they were looking for staff to move down there and had some various jobs. And somebody told me informally that there was lots of money to be had by transferring down there. So I expressed an interest, and I went along and had a look round. Actually took my mum to have a look round too, and she quite liked the place, although she wouldn't move there. Liked it more than I did. But I had an interview, and they actually offered me a senior programmer position, which was not really what I wanted, because I wouldn't have been any better off than staying in Altringham's, working in Manchester, because I might reasonably be expected to be promoted anyway. But what happened after that is that the manager said that I'd only applied to prove that I could be promoted, and he wrote a note which said, ironically, the Milton Keynes posts were advertised at this time, and he applied and was offered a senior programmer position. He had never faced up to moving to Milton Keynes, and after making excuses about the money, eventually faced up to the fact that he did not want to move. I thought that was unfair, because actually I did apply for the software programmer position, which would have been financially worthwhile, but they turned me down for that. Also, in the note, the guy, Mr. Biscuit, criticised my communication, my initiative, in fact, which surprised me because a previous appraisal had praised my initiative. So, because of that, I did some investigation. I found out that actually that appraisal hadn't been on my personnel file. It was in the possession of another manager, Mr. Frank Flute. And the appraisal itself might have supported my application for the software programmer position. So, as it was, I didn't move to Milton Keynes at all to work for Bank A, my retail bank employer. I did move to Milton Keynes a few years later for another employer, and subsequently I was president of Milton Keynes Junior Chamber in 1994, representing Milton Keynes. And also I became Bard of Stony Stratford in 2014. And I think both positions required a certain amount of communication. I just think it was ironic that the guy said, I never faced up to moving to Milton Keynes, and I've lived there now for 20 odd years.